call the meeting to order. If you would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any additions or deletions from the board agenda?
Not from the administration at this time.
Okay. Going to move on to our presentation, Student Representatives Report. All right, we're going to skip that tonight.
I guess we're going to, yep, sorry about that.
All right, Student of the Month. We'll start with the high school.
Good evening. My name is Kelly Millen. I'm principal at Dowagiac Union High School, and it's my honor to be here tonight with two very important people from the high school. First off is our April Student of the Month, Miss Olivia Stockwell. Let me tell you a little bit about Olivia. She's the daughter of Eugene and Denise Stockwell and is in the 10th grade. She was nominated by our media specialist, Mrs. Claudia Zabel, who is here tonight and is going to be able to tell you a little bit more about her passion, her volunteerism, and her just commitment to being a good person. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Mrs. Zabel.
I invite you to come with me into the beautiful media center at the high school. If you were there this afternoon, you would see the door open and a smiling sophomore step through. It's the last class of the day, and Olivia is always on time. After she greets Mrs. McIntyre and me, she opens her Chromebook and gets right to work on her class. She is the poster child for doing her class the way it should be done. She fills in her notes for her tutorial, takes her mastery tests, and nails each one. She knows to sit in a place where she won't be distracted by others. She's a self-starter, and she's disciplined. If I could clone her, we would have great success in all of our classes. I'm not the only one who's noticed her work ethic. Math teacher Mike Benke says, Olivia is a hard worker, and she's very aware of her grades and what she has to do to maintain good grades. She offers insight to our discussions, and she's not afraid to express her opinion. She adds quality learning to my class. What a tremendous commendation. She adds quality learning to my class. If you stepped out of the media center and math class and walked down the hallway, you might see Olivia hanging up posters for Rotary Interact. Recently, the club collected books for members to donate to the little libraries throughout town. Olivia designed the posters she is hanging because she is especially gifted in the graphic arts department. Rotary Interact advisor Melissa Stenger comments, for Rotary Interact, Olivia has taken the lead with the book drive, making and posting flyers around the school without being asked. She takes initiative. She's always so helpful and kind. If you were at an event around town, you might spy the same smiling sophomore toting a camera. Olivia is part of the yearbook staff, so she puts in many volunteer hours, taking pictures that will capture special events to make them memorable for others. She serves quietly and cheerfully behind the scenes. Chieftain Hart advisor and teacher Christine Ewell says of Olivia, Olivia offers good ideas and never says no when someone needs help. She's always dependable and willing to step in where needed and does it with a smile. You can always count on Olivia, no matter how big or small the task. Connor Michaels, Chieftain Hart advisor and Olivia's economics teacher, agrees. Olivia is a very strong student, both academically and socially. She is very kind and always respectful to her teachers and fellow classmates. She is a joy to have in class and always does her work, never complains, and is always nice and kind. If you don't see her around town, you might notice Olivia down at the Cass County Fairground. She's been in 4-H since she was 7 years old, and she shows rabbits, chickens, and swine at the Cass County Fair. Or you might see her down the block at the dance studio. She's in her 13th year of dance, where she takes ballet, jazz, tap, and clogging. And because she's not busy enough, she volunteers at the Dowagiac Conservation Club, and she works at Caruso's. So if you don't see her anywhere else, you might stop in at Dowagiac's Landmark downtown and see her scooping up a dish of ice cream or serving up some homemade chocolates. In the end, it's not because of what she does, but because of her kindness and character that we are happy to award Olivia as our Student of the Month for April.
As you can see, Olivia is very deserving of this award. She's just a bright, smiling face every day, and I really appreciate that. She's a pretty awesome baker, too. I really appreciate the cookies. Really appreciate the cookies. So each of our Students of the Month will receive a certificate that says Dowagiac Union Schools Student of the Month. The school board, administration, and staff appreciate your academic performance and mentoring of fellow students, and it'll be signed by their principal and superintendent, Mr. Wan. And then they'll also receive a Student of the Month t-shirt like this one with their name on the back. Whoops, excuse me. So one last time, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Olivia Stockwell.
Next, we have the middle school.
All right, my name is Dr. Weidman. I have the privilege of introducing our April Student of the Month, Gabriella Graham. Gabriella is an 8th grade student here at Dowagiac Middle School and is the daughter of Crystal and Adam Pond, who are here tonight with her. Gabriella also goes by Gabby. And she also has a younger brother and sister. Her younger sister's name is Isabella, who is 11 years old, and a younger brother named Finnegan, who is 6 years old, and both of them attend Justice Gage Elementary. Gabby says what she likes most about our school is the teachers. They're very considerate because they've all been through it before. They also give you lots of breaks and push you, but just at the right pace. Not too hard, but also not too lightly either. She says she also likes the way our school looks and is kept clean. Gabby says she appreciates all the fun Fridays and special events and activities that we have here at DMS. Gabriella's favorite class at DMS is algebra with Mr. Turner. She says she loves it because she really enjoys doing math. Mr. Turner also makes it fun to learn, and she says she has learned a lot this year. Gabby also says she loves social studies with Mr. Biner because he makes it interesting to learn about the past and how it affects the present. Gabby was nominated by Mr. Schur, who is Dowagiac Union School's choir director, and Mr. Schur had this to say about his nominee. Gabby was nominated by me because of her dedication to doing the right thing even when others may not be all the time. She was also nominated because of her bravery to join choir this year. I'm very proud of her because she dove right into singing. Gabby always participates in the evenings and everything that she does in our programs. She also never complains, and she also has no fear. Not only is Gabby a great choir student, but she does well in her other classes too, earning high grades in each of her subject areas. She also is extremely kind to everyone in class, and she does not treat any one student better than others and is always polite and respectful to her teachers. There is only one exception, he said, though, And his exception was related to the trash talking that happened after her Pittsburgh Steelers beat Mr. Scher's Green Bay Packers this year. Gabby is a kind student that any teacher is lucky to have in class and makes Dowagiac Middle School a better place by her example. In her spare time, Gabriella says she likes to play soccer. She is currently playing for the middle school soccer club team and is their goalie and plays left outside defense. Gabriella also says she enjoys playing with her siblings and gardening with her mother. They're working on a small garden project right now, but they would like to start a farm in the future. Gabby has had a very successful 8th grade year this year. She was the runner-up in the Cass County Spelling Bee, placed in the America and Me essay contest, and has earned high honors on all of her DMS honor rolls over 3 consecutive card marking periods, and we expect she will do the same this 4th card marking period. When asked if she had any advice to give other students interested in wanting to become a Student Chieftain of the Month, she had this to say. I would tell them not to listen to what others have to say about you. I would also tell them to always look at the positive and focus in on the present and not on the past. Because if you think about the past, you will beat yourself up about things you just didn't do. If you keep your mind on the future, you will focus your attention on what you want to happen instead of what has already happened. So on behalf of the staff and students at Dowagiac Middle School, we would like to congratulate Gabriella Graham for being selected as our April 2024 Student of the Month.
Next, we have Justice Gage.
Good evening. My name is Brian Henry, and I'm principal of Justice Gage Elementary, and I'm here with an awesome representation of our special teachers. The Justice Gage Student of the Month for April is Emery Justice. Emery is a 5th grade student in Mrs. Hannibal's class and was selected as the Student of the Month by Mrs. Ekman, Mrs. Shively, Miss Heather, and Miss Tavolacci. Emery's family includes Casey, Mom Casey, and Dad Matt, as well as younger 8-year-old sister Lucy, who is a 2nd grader at Justice Gage, and 2-year-old brother Lennon. At home, he has a cat and 3 dogs. In school, his favorite subject is reading, and he especially enjoys reading Greek mythology and historical stories about ancient battles and war. When he's not at school, Emery likes playing outside, hanging out with his friends, and playing video games. He loves cooking too, and his main dish is his famous white chicken chili, which is great because he wants to be a chef and own his own restaurant when he grows up. Emery was chosen by his specialist teachers because of his positive attitude, cooperation, good sense of humor, and is always giving his best effort. He gets along great with his classmates and is polite and respectful to kids we have in class. Emery also excels in the classroom and achieved his NWEA math stretch goal. When asked why he thought he was selected as the April Student of the Month, he stated, "I am a hard worker, kind, and nice." Great resemblance and reflection of the family as well. Advice Emery would like to give to next year's 5th graders: he's a man of so many words. Be a good student and stay out of trouble. Congratulations, and we are so lucky and fortunate to have Emery as Justice Gage Elementary student. Congratulations, Emery.
Patrick Hamilton.
Good evening. My name is Mrs. Conlon. I am the principal at Patrick Hamilton Elementary, and I have the great pleasure of introducing Brooklyn Payne, the April Student of the Month. She is in second grade in Miss Curlin's class, and she's accompanied this evening by her grandma, Miss Hastings. She was nominated by her special teachers, her music, gym, and art teacher, and they are here to tell you a little bit more about why they chose Brooklyn.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Bearclaw, and I am Brooklyn's music teacher at Patrick Hamilton, and I just want to tell you guys a little bit about Brooklyn and what makes her so special. Brooklyn Payne is a second grader from Miss Sovine's class at Patrick Hamilton. After asking what her favorite things are from school and home, she responded with her 4 dogs, Sky, Bella, Misty, and Cooper. Sky just had 3 puppies as well. Brooklyn loves to swim and collect stickers and animal figures. And her favorite sport is soccer. Her favorite subjects in school are grammar and math. Brooklyn was chosen as the Special Teacher Student of the Month for many reasons. Brooklyn is a quiet and cheerful girl who always participates. She is sweet, has a caring attitude towards everyone, especially her friends. Brooklyn is very smart, always comes to class with a smile on her face. She is always ready to learn something new. Brooklyn is a pleasure to have in any of our classrooms, and we all wish to say, congratulations, Brooklyn.
Next, we have Kinchlow.
Good evening. My name is Ryan Zietlow. I am the principal at Kinchlow Elementary, and I have the honor and privilege to introduce you to Dax Bonzinski. Pretty awesome shirt, if I might say so myself there. And I'm going to introduce a couple of his teachers here who are going to tell you all the wonderful things about Dax.
Hello again. I'm also the music teacher at Kinchlow, and I have the pleasure of teaching Dax. Dax is a third grader in Miss Karish's class. His parents are Michael and Melissa Bazinski. He has 2 sisters, Emma and Sadie, and 1 brother, Aaron. After asking what his favorite things are from home and school, he responded that his favorite things to do at home are play video games and do cartwheels in the front yard. He has 9 cats, 2 dogs, a hamster, and some chickens. He's played football, baseball, and basketball, and says his favorite subject in school is geography. Dax was chosen as the Special Teacher Student of the Month for multiple reasons. He has an amazing sense of creativity and an unmatched amount of energy. He loves to participate, especially in movement activities, and has a contagious smile. His humor is often hilarious. While asking our questions during his interview, he claimed he could eat a hot dog in 30 seconds. Dax is always welcome in any of our classes, and we wish to say, congratulations, Dax.
Sister Lakes.
Good evening. My name is Alicia Stout, and I'm the principal out at Sister Lakes Elementary. And I would like to introduce you to Jade Schultz, our April Student of the Month. Jade is a fifth grader in Ms. Brito's class, and she was nominated by her specials teachers, Mrs. Ekman, Mrs. Tavolacci, and Mrs. Shively. And they would like to tell you why they chose Jade as their Student of the Month.
Hi there, my name is Karen Ekman, and I am Jade's music teacher, and I'm joined here by Miss Tavolacci and Mrs. Shively. The Sister Lakes Student of the Month for April is Jade Schultz. Jade is a fifth grade student in Miss Brito's class and was selected by her specials teachers. Jade's family consists of her mom, Fawn, dad, Chris, and 5 brothers, Landon, Zach, Jonathan, Colin, and Nick. They have 6 dogs, 4 cats, fish, a leopard gecko, and a chinchilla. Her favorite part of school is math. She says, "It's hard, but I still like it." Jade grew 21 points on her math iReady. When Jade is not at school, she enjoys being outdoors. She enjoys playing Dora the Explorer in the woods and tag games with her friends. Her favorite animals are dogs, cats, and foxes. She has participated in volleyball, special chorus, and student council this year. Jade would like to be either a firefighter like her mom and dad, or work in an animal shelter when she grows up. Jade was chosen by her specials teachers because of her kindness towards everyone. She is always willing to help, respectful to others, cooperative, and puts forth her best effort in all areas. Jade is a model citizen in every class and is a really good artist. We are very lucky to have Jade as a student and role model at Sister Lakes.
All right, next we have our future chef, going to be presented by Deb Cahill from Sodexo.
Good evening. I'm Deb Cahill. I'm the General Manager of Food Service here at Dowagiac. I'm here to present our Future Chef winner for 2024, which is our 9th year of competition. In December, I presented the competition to all the 5th grade classes for all the elementaries. This year's theme was your favorite family home meal made healthy. We received a total of 35 recipes across the district. When we got those, Suzanne Dornman and I sat down and went through them and picked 3 different recipes from each of the 4 different schools. Then on March 6th, the chef testants came to the middle school and we threw it down, didn't we, Gracie? Yeah. They made their creations and then they were judged. The chef testants were judged on originality, ease of preparation, healthy attributes, kid-friendly, taste, plate presentation, and the chef's presentations to the judges. Our judges this year were Superintendent Juan, Suzanne Dornman, Chef Jordan from Baker's Rhapsody, and Future Chef 2023, Avery Lyons. The 2024 winner is Gracie Pompey with her fettuccine lemon caper sauce, and this is one of her dad's favorite recipes. Please welcome and congratulate Gracie.
Okay, now we're going to honor our Dowagiac School retirees. Let's start with Kinchlow.
Hello again. My name is Ryan Zietlow, principal at Kinchlow Elementary, and I had quite a few retirees. I don't know what that was about, but we had 4 of them this year. One, Gilbert Benedictus. I do not have the actual stats for how long he was in the district, but if you were looking for somebody who kind of you would say, this is what I want, I'm thinking maybe I'd like to have this done, or this needs to be done, better be careful that you didn't want that done right now, because that was Gilbert. Gilbert would really get things done around the building, and I was blessed to have him in the building. He just took care of every need that was there. Definitely going to be truly missed there, and a super important shoes that had to be filled. I'm going to have to see how it goes there at Kinchlow, and it's hard to follow those because he was able to clean and just get things done very quickly, very efficiently for the number of years that he's been in the district. So thank you so much, Gilbert. Next, I have Kathy Reed, who again couldn't be here tonight. She was ill, but Kathy Reed joined us a couple years ago at Kinchlow, and again, a remarkable teacher, remarkable person overall. I believe she's been teaching for, it says about 28 and a half years. Amazing time. She had 2 years with us at Dowagiac. She has 5 kids of her own, Thomas, Rachel, Philip, Hunter, Connor, and she says 5 grandkids and 1 on the way. I think I got that right. 1 on the way there. She's taught pretty much all grades except 2nd grade, and I told her, you know, if you come back in a couple of years, maybe there'll be a 2nd grade position open. Never know. It's a new thing. Come back after retiring. It's fine. Additional, some things about her. She's looking back at her career, and she's been at 10 schools that she's had the privilege to teach at, and she claims Kinchlow will always rise to be one of her favorites. So definitely going to be missed, Miss Kathy Reed. Then I have Suzanne Brooks. Suzanne Brooks is married to Randy Brooks. She has 2 children of her own, Ryan and Nicole, and their spouses, and 2 grandsons, Grayson and Griffin. She's been in teaching or in the school system for a total of 17 years in a few different capacities. Has a Title I para for 14 years, and then she also taught 3rd grade for a year and 2nd grade for the last 2 years. One of her most memorable moments, she states, is when a student told her that she helped them more than she would ever realize. And if you know Suzanne, you know that's her goal in education was to really reach out and help every student that would walk through her door. No matter the circumstance, no matter what it was, she would reach out and try to do her best to help them. And this next individual, I would hope she would like to join me on stage. Maybe. Oh, this one's going to be a tough one. So I was asked a few years ago when I was principal at Sister Lakes if I wouldn't mind going to Kinchlow to fill a role that was needed there. I think I said no. I think that was probably the first thing I actually said. I was like, no, I like where I am. I like everywhere I was at. It's been really an amazing place, every building I've been in. I think I've been in all of them except for Justice Gage. Brian, I don't want your job. You do amazing, by the way. Anywho, when I found Miss Wiggins was there, I knew things were going to be okay, because I was a little nervous. Whew, gonna cry a little bit, my bad. She really welcomed me in, and I know that she had been there for a bit. I didn't know exactly how she was going to take the new guy, but let me tell you, she made me feel right at home. It was a good place. And did I have it right? You were 20 years, at least, at that desk? 22, man, I almost had it right. 22 years seated at the desk there. And let's be honest, she ran that school. She does. She knows she does. I work for her. She's amazing. She makes my job incredibly easy, and I'm going off script, I know I am. But it was really a joy and a privilege. And you were 32 years in that building. Let me list a few of the things. I know there's some things missing here. You have lunch para, you were a special ed para, a young fives para, an office para, a health para, a building secretary. I think you need to throw in at least building nurse, building counselor, confidant, you name it, she did it. Someone to talk to. She's been the person for me next to me for the last, almost 3 years now. I couldn't have picked a better companion in the office. And I wish you nothing but the best. I do. She doesn't live too far, so and don't change your phone number. Okay. All right. Patty Wiggins, give her a big round of applause. And a little token of appreciation.
Next, we have the high school.
This is your moment. Stand out front where everybody can see you, because I know it's hard over here. There you go. So everyone, it's definitely my privilege, and it is my honor to present to you tonight Mrs. Claudia Zabel. Claudia has been a long time member of our educational community. I mean, I first met you as a parent and just worked with you in a lot of different capacities. She has a husband of, I can't believe I forgot to ask you how many years. How long have you and Steve been married? 37 years. Steve and Claudia have been married. She has 3 wonderful children. She has sons, Blake and Craig, and daughter Ann. Ann's in the back. There she is. And a wonderful daughter-in-law, Felicia, Craig's wife. And a baby on the way. I know, all these babies. This is exciting. So in talking with Claudia, I started talking about how long she's been in education. And I feel like forever, because again, as we have talked over the years, as our kids are growing up, it just feels like so long. She's like, hey, 22 years in education. And in my mind, I'm thinking, that's probably like 20. I knew you've been taught previously. But I'm thinking, okay, so that's like 20 years in Dowagiac, 6 years in Dowagiac. But you've been such an important piece of the community and our school life and all of that. So I was really kind of shocked. I mean, I checked the math on that, but it was 6 years, so good job. She's had so many roles for us. She has been most recently in our media center, and if you think about the job of a media specialist and someone in there, she has to satisfy over 500 students, kids. We probably have 35 adults or more that want your time. We expect you to be, expert at education and strategies and planning and preparation. We also want you to be right on top of all the recent books, well, the classics too, but definitely contemporary artists. We want you to help us because we want to incorporate all of this, and we really look to you for that guidance every day, and we appreciate you for that. It is a huge job, and we appreciate what you have done. And really, it's more than a job, it's a career, and we've enjoyed that with you. Besides the media specialist, she's been at Pathfinders, Alternative Education Building, helping there for a year or two. couple of years. And then I was lucky enough to get her back at the high school to do, again, the media specialist and the credit recovery piece for us. And so she's been able to lead through those roles. So I had a chance to sit down with Claudia, and I think we talk quite a lot. I feel like we do. We talk about, well, personal. Sometimes we talk about family or kids. We might catch up on Anne. Sometimes philosophical things about teaching. But I did learn some new things. I did not know she was going to be a first-time grandmother, but she will be in July. So she said that's how she would really like to spend a lot of her retirement, was be traveling to Evanston, Illinois, and enjoy the new baby. So she's very excited. I said, well, what else are you thinking, Claudia? She said, well, I still have Rosie Tomorrows, so you might see her downtown at Rosie Tomorrows. She owns and operates that, so she's going to continue with that. And then we learned a little bit more about biking. She's into gardening, reading, imagine that, and adventures. I thought that was a fun kind of answer. So that kind of spurred us into some talking. And I said, hey, you're going to have a new baby in your life. What books would you recommend? Do you remember what you said?
Probably Brown Bear,
Yep.
Love You Forever.
Love You Forever. Yep, all of the classics. And then we talked a little bit about the Bible, too, in there as well. And here's probably the thing that really resonated with me. And the answer just so stood out to me, Claudia, is just a Claudia Zabel-ism. I said, what best advice do you have for new educators that are coming into the field? She said, remember. Do you remember what you said? Do you want to say it? Do it. It's good. It's meaningful.
Each day is a day to love on kids.
That's what she told me. Every day, Kelly, every day is a chance to love on kids. And that really resonated with me because I believe in so many things that you do too. Education, I believe in, the students and the impact that we can have on them. So that will stick with me for a long time. I might have to steal that for a quote, but that one did do that. I would like to just thank Claudia, and just seriously, I just want to thank you for just your positive attitude, your sense of compassion for other human beings, and you just spread that. You spread that to everyone around you. You've made a huge impact on us. You've made a huge impact on me. You're going to be missed. We certainly won't forget you. I hope that you can enjoy retirement and your next adventure. And I don't have a big roast. I have just nothing but great memories, and I was thinking of some fun, but you've had a big impact on us, so thank you. And congratulations.
All right, we have one more retirement tonight, and as I was sitting up here, I realized I dropped the ball on this one, because building principals and retirees, and I wasn't thinking about Jonathan, so my apologies. I was planning on doing something next month, but so we're just going to kind of wing it here.
Just table that.
Nope, we're going to do a little today. So, we would all like to thank you. You've dedicated the last several years of your life to our community and our students. You always put our students first in turbulent times. And we'll cover some more next month, but thank you. I respect what you do. We all do.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate that.
Yep. Parents, we would we'd like to thank you for supporting your students, and you should be proud of them because we are. Our other retirees, thank you for dedicating your lives to the students of Dowagiac. Let's take a 10-minute recess for some photos. Are we back up? There we go. All right. Hearing of citizens? None. All right. Informational items. We've got the finance report. Oh, sorry, Stacy.
Sorry. I recommend that we pay our bills as follows. General fund, $1,210,624.71. Food service, $184,099.75. Capital projects, $58,897.60. Activity account, $24,999.68. We're working on a budget revision and a new budget for the new year, which will be coming in June.
Thank you, Stacy. The superintendent's report.
Well, at this time, I'm going to ask Superintendent Hubbard from the Heritage Southwest ISD to come forward and share the ISD's budget for the board, which is an agenda item later this evening.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here this evening. I just want to thank Jonathan for moving me up on the agenda. I am attempting to make 3 board meetings tonight, so you guys are number 2. And after this, I am going to speed off to Edwardsburg to give them the same speech. So every year it's mandatory by the state of Michigan that we present our preliminary general fund budget for the next school year, which would be 24-25. Everyone should have that in their packet. We have 2 funds at the ISD. We have a special education fund, and then we have a general fund. The general fund takes care of all non-special ed items, which would be instructional services, our preschool and GSRP programs, along with our career and technical education are funded out of our general fund. So all non-special ed. It's an exciting, riveting 1-page document that you have there in front of you for that budget. I would point out there are just a few large changes, increases, decreases on here. So in federal revenue, there was a substantial decrease, and then along with the expenditure, that comes from a program that the state of Michigan is basically funneling money through all ISDs. They told us we were going to receive $900,000 and said we would be billed from a company and to send the money directly to the company. No services are being provided or anything like that. And the company only billed us for about $300,000 out of the $900,000. So we're making adjustments and moving that money over to next year for that. The only other one was under expenditures for basic programs, and you'll see an increase there in expenditures, and that was based on our expansion of our GSRP classrooms that way. So later on, I know there'll be a resolution to hopefully approve our budget, but I want to always, whenever I come in, take a little bit of an opportunity to give folks an update on kind of where we're at the ISD, and I made one up specifically for Dowagiac out of the general fund. So over the last 2 years, we've been able to set aside $20,000 to improve literacy in Cass County. And so by doing that, we've been able to push in $1,000 per 4th and 5th grade classroom across all of Cass County, which has been able to purchase about 150 to 200 books per classroom to advance their classroom library. So that project has been ongoing, and we're excited about that for 4th and 5th grade. It was a United Way grant for kindergarten through 3rd grade originally, and then we put in some money to expand that into 4th and 5th grade, and to get the books in the kids' hands right away is one of the best things to create lifelong learners and readers. The other thing is we continue to try to provide professional development that is relevant to each of the local districts. We provide a new teacher academy for all new hires to help offset some of the financial costs of preparing those new teachers in their first 5 years. We continue to support PBIS in the county, which is our positive behavior support system. And then last year, hosted here at your facility, we had an opening day professional development that was countywide called Cultivating Cass that was well received. We brought in motivational speakers and lots of breakout rooms, and all the staff at Dowagiac participated in Cass and Marcellus, and we had a large group from Edwardsburg, even though they hadn't started school yet. So we're going to continue to do that and supply those guest speakers and lunches for everybody. GSRP expansion has been exciting in Cass County over the last 3 years since I've been here. We started with 7 total classrooms when I walked in the door, and next year we're hoping to be at 17. We're at 16 this year right now, so we've doubled that. We're the only county in the state of Michigan that has a 3-year-old pilot program in every single one of the locals called Strong Beginnings. So it's a federal grant that we applied for. It's in its 3rd year, but they did add Edwardsburg this year to that. So we have one at each one of our locals, and we're really excited about that. Also out of 31N that really didn't exist 3 years ago was mental health money that started rolling through, and you guys see that in some of your budgets as well. And we're excited. Currently, we have 6 mental health clinicians in Cass County. 2 are dedicated to Dowagiac Public Schools solely. They have offices here, and they supply mental health services to your guys' students. And we're hoping to expand by 1 more next year and get up to 7 with that funding as well. And probably the biggest pot of money that's been exciting over the last few years is around CTE equipment money. And over the last 3 years, we've been able to provide $550,000 to Dowagiac Public Schools to help offset costs of career and technical education equipment, whether it's your business programs, your automotive shop, help start up welding, construction, and all the different programs that you guys have. So it's been exciting to be able to supply you guys with that money and those funds. A quick update around career and technical education in Cass County. So we started with some focus groups in the last year to really look at how we're doing, our participation rates, and how we compare to local counties around us, and some conversations. And so we're at a little bit of a pause. We got some really good information from the 4 communities, and it was a resounding voice that said we should be doing more in Cass County around career and technical ed. So moving forward, once the school year starts next year, we're going to form kind of 2 small task forces to get started. The first one's going to look at career and technical education from kindergarten all the way through 10th grade. And our focus is going to be on career exploration. And what are we currently doing in Cass County, and how can we do that better and expand that? And how can we educate kids starting all the way in kindergarten of what their opportunities are after high school and in high school when it comes to careers and education and training and vocational things of that nature. The other task force is going to look at the opposite end of the spectrum. So we're going to be focused on work-based learning. That would be 11th and 12th graders. So those students that are currently in CTE programs or will be in CTE programs, and how we get them out into the workforce and get some on-the-job training while they're participating in those programs. So we'll be bringing in speakers, experts. We'll have people from all 4 communities on those committees, and they're going to formulate a plan on how we should move forward in Cass County. And we're hoping that work will happen from October through December. And then in January, we're going to form a large committee, and that committee is going to look at a really hard question, which is how do we expand career and tech ed beyond those 2 realms in Cass County? And really our options are that we expand the offerings that are being offered currently at the locals. So that would be adding more programs at each of the locals, and then how can we share students between communities and between locals? So if you have auto shop and somebody else doesn't, how could that student go there? So that's an option. Another option would be talking with SMC and really looking at their programs, and do they have the ability to start offering more academies geared towards 11th and 12th grade students at their programs. And then the third option will be is should we create a technical center here in Cass similar to the one in Van Buren County, and have a centralized hub where we offer multiple programs out there, and the 4 locals send students there every day for a half a day to take those programs. And it may end up a combination of all 3 of those potentially, or 1 or more of them. So we're excited about that, and excited about moving forward with that conversation and really looking at those things on how we can do better. From our data, we have about 15% of our 11th and 12th graders participating in career and tech ed opportunities in Cass County. The state average is above 32%. And in surrounding counties, it gets upwards of 40 or 50% in our area. And we have some really quality programs. You guys, especially here in Dowagiac with Auto Shop and the programs that are currently going to get going, it's not like we have open seats. We don't have opportunities. And so we really need to take a hard look at how we can expand those opportunities that way. So just a quick thank you. I'd like to thank, you have a terrific community member on our Board of Education, Donna Dodd, who does a fantastic job of representing Dowagiac as a community on our Board of Education, and she does a fantastic job for us. Would like to thank Jonathan for all of his service. We bring the superintendents out to the ISD once a month, and he is always a wealth of knowledge for the newer superintendents that come in, and I know they reach out to him. I've appreciated his background and experience as a new ISD superintendent and really helping me out in that sense as well. And then I've had the opportunity to reach out to your incoming superintendent already and ran into him at a couple of different events and had a chance to talk with Mr. Bloomgren as well, and have known him for years, so we're excited to get the opportunity to work with him moving forward and hope that we can continue to support Dowagiac and Dowagiac schools in your mission with your students. So thank you. Does anyone have any questions on the budget?
No, we'd like you to
Thank
like to thank you for taking the time. And
Yep.
Likes that weather.
Yeah.
back to the superintendent's report.
Yes, the next topic in the report is you have the 10-year teacher list. What you also have is the progress of teachers throughout their probationary status. This is all of our teachers in the probationary process. As you can see, what year they're at this current year, what level they'll be at next year. And we have, if I'm reading this, I believe I'm reading this correctly, it's 4 who are earning tenure this year, and tenure is earned by the individual successfully completing their probationary process, and they earn that, and once recognized, they move on, and I don't know, have one less thing they got to watch over, a little less training time, mentors are more peers versus giving them additional support, but we have 4 very good people here. I'm very proud to see them having achieved this, and that's it for the tenure list.
Okay, thank you. Going to move on to our consent agenda. Got approval of minutes from April 15th, 2024 regular meeting, approval of bills and payments, acceptance of donations from Feed the Children, acceptance of resignation from Megan Bernhard, approval of FMLA leave, Amy Ott. And then we've got the high school DMS elementary student handbook changes for review.
I, Carrie Freeman, make the motion to approve A through F as listed on the consent agenda.
Second.
We've got a motion with support. Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. New business. Got the approval of the Heritage Southwest budget resolution, which was just covered by their superintendent.
I, Stephanie Tucker, make the motion to approve the Heritage Southwest budget resolution as presented.
Second.
All right, I've got a motion with support. Any discussion? All right.
Yes.
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 Okay, next we have the approval of administrative and supervisory compensation contracts.
I, Tracy Hatcher, make the motion to approve the recommendation presented by the superintendent for the extension and adjustment of compensation for the district administrators and directors.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion with support. Any discussion? Were there any, oh, hold on one sec, were there any major changes in this?
No.
No, okay. All right, that's all I got.
Yes.
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 Next, we have approval to purchase the purchase of 6 through 12 ELA instructional materials. For DMS, it's Amplify ELA. For Union High School, it's Novel Sets.
I, Randy Taggart, make the motion to approve the 6 to 8 language arts curriculum materials and the 9 through 12 novels additions as presented and recommended by the superintendent.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion with support. Any discussion? All right.
Yes.
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 Next, we have the approval of the high school Chromebook replacement project.
I, Stephanie Tucker, make the motion to approve the high school Chromebook replacement project funding as presented by the superintendent.
Second.
On our memo, the licenses are not $300 each, are they? They're only 30?
No, 30.
Okay.
That's a bad typo.
Okay.
But the math should
The
add it.
math,
But
yeah,
the math,
okay.
that, okay.
That's what I thought.
That would have been an expensive license.
Yeah. All right, we've got a motion with support. Any other discussion?
Yes.
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 Next, we have the approval to hire Tammy Tallis, 4th grade at Patrick Hamilton.
I, Jeff Deverona, make the motion to approve the hiring of Tammy Tallis pending all background checks, reference checks, and verification has been verified and approved.
Support.
All right, we have a motion with support. Any discussion?
Yes.
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 Have approved to hire Tammy Small, 3rd grade, Kinchelo.
I, Stephanie Tucker, make the motion to approve the hiring of Tammy Small pending all background checks, reference checks, and verification has been verified and approved.
Support.
All right, we have a motion with support to hire Tammy Small, 3rd grade, Kinchelo. Any discussion?
Yes.
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 Yep.
Yes.
Next, we have the first reading of the new revised replacement board policies, volume 38, number 2. Policy 1240, evaluation of the superintendent. Policy 2410, prohibition of referral or assistance. Policy 2414, reproductive health and family planning. Policy 2418, sex education. Policy 6350, prevailing wage. Policy 6520, payroll deductions. Policy 8800, religious patriotic ceremonies and observations.
I, Christina Carpenter, make the motion to approve the first reading of the new revised replacement board policies.
Second.
I have a motion with support. Do we have any discussion? I guess I got one. Can these be found on our website? Or where would these?
Not the drafts.
Not the drafts?
You should
Okay.
have.
Yeah, I know we have them. I wasn't
Yes.
sure about the public.
Until the board approves them, they do not go public.
Okay. All right.
Those that are current policies that are being revised, the current ones are.
Current ones are,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But the drafts are not shared until the board makes its decision which way it wishes to go.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
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 next we have, we're closed session for the Open Meetings Act 15.268, Section 8.
C.
Oh, C.
Yes, that's the actual key part to the section.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
C.
I, Christina Carpenter, make the motion to go into closed session under Open Meetings Act 15.268, Section 8C.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion with support. We're going to go into closed session. Yes.
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 All right.